When picking news stories, it's important to consider what's worth covering. When considering this, you can think about news values. News values create the newsworthiness of a story. So these can include proximity, which is like distance from the news. Impact, which is one of the most important values, considers how many people it affects and what people it affects, like what groups. Prominence is if a local or a famous figure is involved in the news story. Timeliness is how close it happened to when you're covering it. So like if you're covering the snow in Statesboro that just happened, human interest can be like something bizarre happening or an event happening, such as this one that they're setting up for right now. So an important thing to think about whenever you're covering news is what do viewers want to see. So this, you can go on the guidelines of the news values, and also if you're thinking about conflict or controversy, you can go to the source of an issue and get both sides of it so that you actually have something interesting for viewers to listen to and connect to. So before you write, you should know what your story is about and be aware of the news values and the audience and the direction you're going with the story, if it's going to be multimedia or print. News values help the newsworthiness of a story, and they help you to decide what you actually need to cover. And certain news stations like Global News might cover an election, whereas the Georgian would cover events on campus. So that's like news philosophy. And these are all important to know whenever you're working in a newscast or for Gina's Converge class, so that you can be sure that the news stories you're covering have these news values and are actually worthy for people to see. With Eagle News, I'm Daisy Davis.